Hello readers, I'm Jessie Quinn from Cup of Books, and today we're talking about some of the impossible challenges I set myself during the course of the year. Yes, we're talking about NaNoWriMo, which just passed, as well as my yearly reading challenge, which is quickly coming to an end. Very quickly coming to an end. I've got like 3 weeks. I survived NaNoWriMo this year, and that was actually much more of an achievement than it usually is. For those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, NaNoWriMo stands for National Novel Writing Month. It's an event that takes place every November in which people from all around the world commit to writing 50,000 words in 30 days. Why do we do this? For fun. This November was probably the worst NaNoWriMo to date for me. I've been doing this for 8 years now. That was my 8th NaNoWriMo, and I think it's the worst, or was the worst, out of all the NaNoWriMos I've experienced. And this is including the year of 2010, where I didn't make it past day 1. Yeah, this year was worse. I don't think any of the years I've completed the NaNoWriMo challenge have been particularly easy. Even last year, where I was ahead most of the time, had its moments of not easiness, but this year was an uphill struggle for me, which is why, despite the fact that I didn't actually officially take a hiatus on this channel, and I even posted on my Tumblr blog, which fortunately barely anyone reads, that I would continue making videos through November as long as it didn't affect me completing my daily word count goals. I didn't make any videos in November, as you all know, because it was just such a struggle to get my word count in that trying to film videos on top of that was just inconceivable. Totally inconceivable. Insert your Princess Bride references in the comments. There were only 7 days out of the 30 days in November where I was actually on target for my NaNoWriMo writing goal. Like, only 7 days where I wasn't technically behind. I still don't know how I finished. In fact, I continue to look at my graph, which I think I will post right here, and I just cannot believe that I actually managed to write 50,000 words in 30 days this year. It is so much more of an achievement than it was last year when my graph looked like this. And I know winning's not everything. In fact, the years where I haven't won the challenge, haven't completed 50,000 words in 30 days, are the years where I probably learned the most. But oh my god, I'm so glad I finished NaNoWriMo this year, because it was such an uphill struggle. I needed to win this year, and I'm glad I did, and I'm so glad that November is over. I'm so glad November is over, and I never have to look at that sequel again until I finish revising the first draft of the first book, and then I may have to look at the sequel. And moving right along, the end of December is quickly approaching. Now, I know it's like the first week of December, the second week, depending on when this actually gets posted, but trust me, the end of December is quickly approaching. This time of the year is always such a blur, and then suddenly it's a brand new year with a brand new reading challenge. Some people consistently set their yearly reading challenge to be the same amount of books every year, so maybe they choose that amount to be 20, maybe they always pledge to read 50, and then they may or may not actually complete that challenge. I don't do that. I actually try to look at how my year is gonna go, you know, try to plan out as much as I can in January, and then based on sort of what this year looks like it's gonna be, I pick a number. And this year I picked 30 books. I think I've read about 22, 23 books currently, and I'm about, 7 or 8 books behind. Just as NaNoWriMo allows me to prioritize writing for 1 month out of the entire year, my yearly reading challenge allows me to prioritize reading throughout the year, and that's why I personally continue to do a yearly reading challenge. Even though I may not always meet my goal, like there have been many years where I haven't met my yearly reading challenge goal, and I'm probably not going to meet it this year, although I'm still going to try. But I am being realistic. I don't think I'm going to read 8 books in December. But I'm still going to try, and I'm still going to challenge myself to read X number of books in 2015, because it's just a way of keeping reading on my priority list. And have I mentioned that I really like reading? I don't know how coherent this video was, considering that it was completely unscripted and completely unplanned, but I do need to start posting videos again, so you gotta get back on the horse at some point, I guess. I don't like horses, though. You gotta get back on the bike at some point. I like bikes. I'll ride bikes.